Apparently last night at the Jose Ramirez Amir Khan fight in New York City, Terence Crawford and Regis Prograis traded words. And we back to Boxing Link more. Y'all know what it is. And, Regis been name dropping Terence Crawford's name. And they had Terence Crawford go on Twitter say, oh, now 140 is stacked now that I left. And, he been talking about fighting Terence Crawford. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to talk about fighting the best. And Crawford was definitely the best at 140 and trending towards being the best at 147 pounds of welterweight division. But apparently, one of the reporters asked, what happened when Crawford walked up to Regis Prograis, and Regis said that he said, I'll fuck you up. And Regis said, I told him I'll fuck you up too. He said, basically that's what Crawford said. That's what fighters supposed to do. You're supposed to think you can beat the best and be the best. And that's right. That's another fight that ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna keep it real. Won't happen. Won't happen. You got to focus on this Ramirez and Prograis situation, because somehow Ramirez got the WBC title last night. I thought it was 2 interim title belts, and then the winner will fight for the championship belt. Now, there's been talks about Bob Arum wanting to put Jose Ramirez in with Pacquiao, and that he still controls Pacquiao's moves, and Pacquiao is not his own sole promoter. But Top Rank still is the promoter. And he wants to put Ramirez in there with Pacquiao. And then, if Pacquiao beats Ramirez beats Pacquiao, Lomachenko come up to 140 and face that winner for the WBC 140-pound title. But, per WBC rules that I was reading leading up to this fight, way before this fight, was that, Ramirez has to face Regis Prograis for the WBC, the real title. But, somehow yesterday, I guess they changed it and gave the real title to Ramirez in a fight that wasn't even, world championship worthy. It was 2 guys that wasn't world championship level fighters at this point in their careers. And I say that. A lot of people say, oh, you hating? I'm not fucking hating. No way of mine should have been number 1 after getting knocked out by Adrian Granados in the last 3 bum-bashing fights that he been doing. But Regis, hopefully Regis get the Ramirez fight. It sounds like before this fight, Bob Arum was always trying to wiggle out of that fight. And he probably did some cash to WBC, but, Prograis and Ramirez is supposed to happen next. And I don't know what's going to happen in that fight. I'll get into it in the next video. But yeah, he pulled up on, Crawford. I guess Crawford pulled up on him. And then, they said what they had to say. And they both got that Regis is more a little bit flamboyant with his personality. I think he has the potential to be a bigger star, personality-wise, than a lot of fighters out there. And Crawford is more reserved. Like I said, he got that calm gangster feel to him. I think it'd be a good fight. I want to see how Crawford does versus Jeff Warren first. It's something that he hasn't dealt with in a professional fight with 8-ounce gloves, with a rough, tug-it, nasty, dirty, fighter. All those things. And we'll see. We definitely will see. And I'll see how their careers go. Regis Prograis barely made weight last time, so eventually if he beat Jose Ramirez, that belt might go up. He might, go to 147, but maybe, maybe it was just a little bit issues with the weight or whatever it may be. So if he can continue to make 140, I'll stay there, wait for Mikey Garcia, I guess. I don't think Mikey Garcia is going to touch him. I think he's going to try to unify with Relic, or Robert Jr. next, and then I think he's going to shoot up to 147. So, basically it's going to come down to Prograis and whoever else at that weight. I don't think he's going to continue to kill himself at 140. I think he'd be going up to 147 and maybe doing business with Bob Arum with Jose Ramirez fight. Maybe that can give him the inside track to a Terence Crawford fight, especially if he's able to get Ramirez on ESPN, and make an example of him, and maybe, get on Crawford's radar that way. We gone.